I come from a background where we only had one option, and that is to depend on God. I grew up in Kanyama, Kubastop, Kumalasha. If you've been there, those of you that have been there, it's not a very good place. And if you make it out of there, it is only because God has been faithful to you. I remember there were days that feeding was difficult and going by the next day wasn't easy. I remember there were times that my brothers and sisters would go and sell water, manzi, yawan kwacha, so that you find something. But through all of this, our dad always told us one thing: God is dependable. At some point, I was stuck. I thought, how am I going to record this music? God is giving me songs, He's giving me a gift. I don't have the money to record the music. Again, the Lord reminded me, I am a dependable God. And it is in that moment that the song came. And I think a few moments later after that song came, I met a man that you may know.
So I met Pastor Washy at a church. That's the first time I encountered Pastor Washy, and he was directing a whole choir and he was singing as well. And the band one of the band members that he was working with actually told me that he had been wanting to work with me for some time. For some weird reason, he was really scared of me.
Ben Blazer, I call him Uncle Ben.
Eventually, the guys made a meeting happen. I think he came over with a couple of friends, and we had a long chat. And just after speaking to him and hearing what the band had to say about him, I just sort of connected with him. I think a day later or two, I remember calling him, and we went for a long drive, and we had a long chat about ministry, and we talked about his music career and whatnot. And I think that sort of set the tone for what we're going to do.
By God's grace, He speaks to me and He tells me, I believe in what you're doing, I believe in your music, and we can sign you under Blazer Music and we can record your music. The Lord performs the miracle.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, I thought we shouldn't really do so much of overdubs. Right. Because I think just live as it was, it sounded really great. I think the choir did a very good job. Wow. So I wanted to make it sound as natural as possible. For me, I had a background, obviously being in the industry for a long time. You go through so much disappointments.
Sometimes we rising, sometimes we falling.
Sometimes we reach a stage of saying, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. But when I spoke with Pastor Washy that day, I really met somebody who was genuine. And I felt like he really loved God a lot.
Now lift your hands, make a joyful noise.
This is a guy that later I realized that was actually a pastor. And living in a time where you have so many fake pastors, I would say, I found a level of genuineness in him.
And that's how, I got signed under Blazer Music, and we got to record the music, the album at ZMBC. We recorded it live. And
he really loved God, and to see the amount of effort that he really put into the pastoral work, but also the music, was just amazing.
Indefatigable God.
Indefatigable God.
Is that a real word?
Yes, it is. It is. It comes from fatigued. So God is not fatigued, never gets fatigued. So it's indefatigable.
If I go and look it up in the dictionary, I'll find it.
It's there.
Boss, as a Mayadi boy.
I grew up in Kanyama.
No, sir, you sound like a Mayadi boy.
I'm Washy Mtambo, and this particular song will be out on the 31st of December on all digital platforms and channels. I can't wait for you to see it and hear it. I am blessed by it, and I know that you'll be blessed. God will help you to go through whatever you're going through. And remember, our God is dependable. God bless you.
Impili mushili mulesesha amaluwele mule posha